Welcome back. In this video lecture, we're going to learn about global variables in C programming language. In the previous lecture, we were able to learn about local variables, and we were able to learn how to use local variables. But the difference is, how can we use global variables, and what is the difference between a global variable and a local variable? Global variables are defined outside the function, usually on top of the program. So let's say, for instance, I have int x, int y, and int z. If I take all these, or any of them, and put them outside this program, it is a global variable. Let's go, for instance, I remove these from here. And now I have these. I can come right on top of these and drop these things right here. So I have int x, y, and z. And if I go ahead and run this code, I'm going to get the same result. Therefore, let's check it out and see that. So the result of z is still 15. Just the same thing we got in the previous lecture. Close this. What this means is, I can go outside here and create another function. Maybe I just want to create something like void. Let's create another function right here. I can call that to be, let's say, void help. Okay. So if I create another function called void help, I can go ahead and create so many functions out there. I can keep using this, creating more functions, and go and say void me or anything you want. Remember, this is just for a tutorial purpose. So I can be able to use int x, y, and z inside any of these functions. Okay. So I can be able to use any of these inside these functions. So the difference between a local variable and a global variable is that I can be able to use local variable anywhere, but I can be able to use global variable and not local variable anywhere in my program and in any function I want. But I cannot be able to use a local variable outside that function in which it is created. Okay, so that is the difference between a global variable and a local variable. And for instance, I'll go ahead and remove these things I put right here. So these things go out. If I come right inside here and declare another local variable of int x equal to 14 per semicolon, and I have int x right here already. Maybe, let's say int x is equal to 10. I'll go ahead and comment this x right here. If I run this function, the local variable will have preference over the global variable because charity begins at home. So it will treat the one it has closest to it before it will go ahead to look at the global variable. So it's going to be 14 plus 5. Let's go ahead and run this code and check it out. So you see that 14 plus 5 is 19 and not 10 plus 5 anymore. Okay, so close this. So whenever you have a global variable and you have local variable initialized with the same value, the same variables with different values, he's going to look at the local variable before looking at the global variable. So the local variable always take preferences over the global variable. So now you're seeing the difference between a global variable and a local variable, and henceforth, I believe you can go ahead and start using any one of them, so you can declare your variables as a global or as a local variable. So usually, whenever you want to use a global variable, that is when you want to create different functions and you want to use these variables in this or some of these functions. Okay, So go ahead and use a global variable. Or when you're writing a simple code that requires just one block of code, then you go ahead and use a local variable, and everything being equal, there's no problem, and it is still the same memory that is being allocated to our T's. So now you've learned about global and local variable. Go ahead and put it down in your own system and play with it, check it out, and make sure you get something good. If you have any question under this video lecture, please use the question and answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.